Hi there, welcome back to my camp. Today we are doing a buffalo chicken quinoa skillet. For this one I'm going to use the 12-inch loco. So there's what they look like. Like a catfish, got nice crust. Alright, so just got the quinoa started up. I've been spending all day getting my camp set up. It's still a little hot out here, but I am hoping to spend quite a bit of time this year deer hunting and squirrel hunting. So for the time being, at least through September, it'll be just weekends, kind of camp out here in the back and do a little bit of hunting on one day and then spend the day with my wife on the other. I got quite a bit of PTO time turned in for October, so hopefully that gets granted, and I can spend most of October back here hunting and cooking. So my wife is in Atlanta this weekend. She's visiting her children, and they're all attacking Dragon Con, and I just don't want nothing to do with that. So I've spent the weekend here setting up camp and stuff, and truthfully I'm tired and I'm hungry, so I'm going to start making our dinner, which should go really simple. It's just a quick skillet meal. Works out great too for my wife being out of town, because it's really a lot of things she doesn't care much for. She doesn't like much of anything once you say buffalo spice, and she doesn't really care for quinoa. So it's just going to be my dinner tonight and likely a leftover for tomorrow night. And like I said, it should go pretty easy. I've got to do up the quinoa, so I've got it started, and I just got to cube up a chicken. I've got a package of 2 chicken breasts. I only need a pound, and this came out to like a pound, 1.7 pounds. So I'm going to put one of the chicken breasts back in the refrigerator and save it for later on this week. And I just got to cube up a little bit of celery after that for prep work. So this should go pretty fast. Hope so, because I'm tired. Alright, so the quinoa is up to a boil, and now I'm going to move it over, let it simmer. I went ahead and used both the chicken breasts because I grabbed the smallest one, mostly by accident, just grabbed off the top of the package, and it did not look like it was going to be enough to make a meal plus a leftover, so I went ahead and cut both of them up. I think it'll be alright. Can't go wrong with too much meat. So while the quinoa is doing its thing, mostly sliding all over the place, we are going to heat up my grandmother's old cast iron skillet and start cooking the chicken. Probably could have waited a few more minutes. A little salt. A little pepper. And a little garlic. There we go. Alright, so we'll let that brown up and then come back. Yeah, they've cooked up nicely. And yeah, quinoa is just about done, so it's working out good. Alright, so now need to add 1 can of undrained Rotel. And the celery that cooked up earlier, cut up earlier. And we'll just mix that in, let the celery cook down a little bit. Alright, so we'll let that heat up a little bit. Quinoa will be finishing up by then. It's almost a meal. Alright, so the quinoa for the most part is done. I'm going to need to let it sit for a few minutes, but I'm going to let it vent off some of the little extra steam. So now we need to add our wing sauce. Now I'm a Texas Pete person, so that's what I'm going with. That's pretty much what I try to use with stuff if I don't make my own sauces. And I need 1/3 of a cup. I'm lazy and I don't particularly want to measure things out, so alright. That's where I'm going with that. Y'all can use whatever wing sauce you guys like if you have a special one. So, like I said, I'm just a Pete person. So, and then we'll let those flavors marry together. I'm using the floor that came with the tent for the first time this year. In hindsight, I really wish I would have used it last year too. It's a very heavy duty floor, and well, you can't see any of it here because of the camera angles, but right where the stove goes, there's a zip out, call it an arch, and you can roll that back and then let the stove feet and be directly on the ground, but yet the rest of the tent has a floor. So I thought I'd put it down mostly for dust control, but looking at it and seeing how it's designed, I wish I would have used it last year. Live and learn. Alright, so we're going to let this just kind of cook up a few more minutes as the quinoa rests, and we're about ready to assemble this thing. Alright, that's good and hot. I've got quinoa. And we're just going to mix these two together. It's supposed to be 6 servings, but I'd call it 4, I think. Anyhow, oops, I need that still. Anyhow, it's going to make a leftover for me. And we'll just kind of work this together here because I am on a slope. Alright, so I think I'm going to take this out to the picnic table. Man, that little stove heated up the tent good. I'm going to take this out to the picnic table. We'll plate it up out there, and then we'll see how it does. Alright, so let's see how we did here. From a distance, it almost looks like it's grits, but it's, well, we know it's quinoa. So, yeah, good starters. I think I'm going to put a little bit more peat on there. Ooh, not quite that much. No, it's too late now. And supposed to serve it with a little bit of blue cheese dressing. Yeah. Bear with me for a second. I need a thumbnail. I think that'll work. Now, for as soupy as I made that, I'm going to need a spoon. But here. I was doing good on the peat, and then the last little dibble became too much. But so there's what we got. Don't look bad. Look. Yeah, that's real good. So, you get all the flavors of buffalo wings except for the crunch. You get the chicken, buffalo sauce, celery, blue cheese. Then you got a healthy little side of quinoa to go with it. You know, for what it was, a half-hour meal, heat up on a real busy day. I think I'm going to enjoy it. It's really good, and I think I'll do it again. It's good. So, thank you for hanging out with me on the first cook of the Fall Camp 2023, and we'll see you next time.